what's up? Part 2. Let's keep going. Hope you're ready for this shit. It's about to go down. Right. Your vision returns as the effects of the Beyonder crystal dissipate. Time seems to have stood still while you experienced the vision. Okay. Sure. Sounds good to me. So I guess we're moving on. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh. Wait, didn't I talk to you already? Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wished to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. Sure. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawn and witch Udmild, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Shlach, the Astralborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmild for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, bring a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here on the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater Titans. The one called Shlach was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Colossal monsters that were from the downside, the scribes together slew them one by one until they forged their bond. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Shlach's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Shlach did not truly die, for by some accounts, it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return onto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So, in a way, it is an exile just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Udmild are more or less inconsequential for the while. Yet, the history of Shlach is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time. Hope all this is for some reassurance. And now, I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. Sure. Let's move on. Big Bertrudes, huh? A small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. The lone minstrel says someone here can help you pursue the stars across the sea. Okay, guess so. This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Seek Big Bertrude. Guess so, there's nothing else to do. Big Bertrude is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows. You can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the muck and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speakest the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. Although once been in the Commonwealth for his sorceress work. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. Did he? In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live, but speak of plain and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madame, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakingwood beyond the waters. Labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. You know the way around it. The path to the sacred mountain, Alodio, lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Gertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Leave us. Turn at dawn, that is all. By your grace, Big Gertrude. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwig stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. I, in a manner of speaking, help me find a sense of purpose, but lost. Hedwig nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. Alright, what do I want to do? Do I want to forage? Do I want to study? Or do I want to mentor? Small bonus to fellows of your right. Mentor a companion. Search for valuables. I don't want to do this. So let's see. You have one skill. You have one skill. You have two skills. You have one skill. You have one skill. You have some experience. Let's see. You need 1,000. You need 1,200, 21, 250, 500. 250 and 500. I think I'm gonna do you just because. Me? Oh, of course. Please tell me something I don't know, for there is lots of it. You sit down with Faye to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites. There's the state of banishment, how to return from it. You sense she's beginning to understand. 1,000 is really good. The more I think on it, I think that I don't like being banished very much. Cool. That's good. Because I feel like the other two are so close to leveling up, they'll probably level up in the next rite. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please, come have a look. The others are already there. The lone minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. What the hell? The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. People seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Gertrude? Then appears as on cue. Well, that's it. He knows his toy, so. If I may, Big Gertrude, you can tell him yourself. If you wish to accompany us on our voyage north, our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Here thee make flirtations upon us. No, enough. But ye see that Sandalwood will also come visit us again. And be gone from here and tell no one that we were paid in vain. He slithers off without another word, soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go. As she said, I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting, I don't know how to swim. What did he say? Tizo seems to share Faye's enthusiasm running out to sea. I'm beginning to feel ill already. Set sail, I guess. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Before she left, Big Gertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. Here's how the animation's gonna look for this. It's gonna change to a boat, right? Yep. That was cool as fuck. What a crazy animation. Worm Gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimated well. The tempestuous Sea of Solace lies beyond this death still body of water. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around you. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. Exiled worms of the Sea Dominion tend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they were perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertram indicated, we shall be safe. If the next fight is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries beat us there? They shall find their way, as we find ours. It is all part of the scribes' design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hull of Orcs. The Hull of Oars. According to the stars, the next wretched commence here. A carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Dasverban, lost in the waters of the downside. Fetid waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Bertrand's instructions are to navigate the maze of maws in a curving route bearing northeast. Okay. Music and the animation and the art style is just so cool in this game. I've been playing some cool fucking games, man. Cool games I've been playing. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seem to be a welcoming change of pace coming from the Flagging Hands not very long ago. However, Jodario seems more concerned now than before, and pace ceases. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail. How is he doing? Who? Edwin? Oh, pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out to sea? His first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello, my friend. It's just... sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss most about that place? The book collection, the few friendships, perhaps the food. Sure, it was highly illegal, though just the same you miss having had access to those volumes. Your life was almost always difficult, but several of your longtime confidants did help you to get by. Your mouth waters at the thought of it, at least compared with what passes for sustenance here. You have made conscious efforts to discard most of your memories within the Commonwealth. I think I'll go with that. That's a good one. You told him that there were those who did support you over the years, but it pains you not to be a part of them. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. There's someone I miss terribly back there myself. I'm sure that when you make it out of here, your loved ones will be waiting. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. Since he wishes to be alone, there's not much to be done for now. Here's Hedwin is too ill to conduct the next rite. May he get well soon. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader, but please again confirm the next point on our voyage. According to Bertram, the celestial landmark you seek is beyond this strait. Whoa. Sea of Solace. Are the scribes, the sea, I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the hulk of Oars far than the horizon. I've read these right now. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo is wondering if Hedwig is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him his recovery. Reader, from this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Under King Pass or Fathomless Trench. The north current toward the Hulk of Oars runs as quick as Under King Oars himself. Faye believes that the 8 scribes shall bless you. The south current toward the Hulk of Oars seems issues with fish or other sea life. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. Let's do that. I like that. The animation is so seamless. I love it. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for the occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Excuse me. Those shapes down there, some must be worms of the Sea Dominion cast into exile. A vast and war-torn undersea regime home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth shores in search of new wars. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make worthy adversaries. Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Excuse me. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Eventually, the little imp resurfaces clutching something in his claws. Tizo caught a frothed sea flounder. You could always sell it. Okay. Wow, what a jump! At last you arrive at the Hulk of Oars. After journeying across the sea, it seems the next fight is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. Page reveal down the river, and then the slug market. Oh hey you guys, funny running into you out here, right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look or give you a good deal. I'll take this. When aura casting raises the bear's maximum rating by 8%, grants the bearer 2 presents. I like this. Keep getting X's confirmed. While carrying the orb, the bear moves faster. I want that, but I need more money first. So we see you guys. He might. Alright, we have. What is this? Among the Black Wagon seafaring equipment, Headwind uses to signal when food is ready. A keepsake from Big Bertrude's. Before I do that, let me upgrade an item. 2 quickness. 3 quickness. Seems good. 2 presents. Who needs more presents? You need more presents. Gives you bonus damage. Deals an additional 5 when plunging into the adversary's pyre. Let me give you more of a radius. After banishing, the bearer gains +1 gold as many times as possible. Or I can give you more damage. Chance to return immediately, 30%. To return immediately, which is kind of fun, because he's kind of not super great. You're unwell, so we can't use you. I'm gonna give you more damage because you don't need the hope. Who's got low hope? Really low hope? Just her, huh? "10 seconds to recover." Nah, I want her to be faster. I like her having speed. She needs to be a little bit quicker because she's a little bit slow on the thing. You have more presence. That's good. Okay, I guess that's fine. Let's read the book. Ooh, page 11. Alright. Down the river. The Emperor Solium Mur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded Not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Sklorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought have perished. But the mercy shown to him is the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Tongue twisters. Putting those letters right behind each other. What is this? When did we get a table? What's up, Jodario? Reader, a moment of your time. You asked what is on her mind. Hedwyn. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder. I have known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now, I hesitate to say that he's grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent? Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way if and when the time requires. In any case, when time reminds me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off for a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. He nods and brushes past you toward the door. Silver Cuddlehead, a limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. Keep safe from the wormgoal. Okay. Sure. I guess that's everything. Let's commence. Having landed at the Hulk of Oars, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are commencing. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Master Hedwyn? Tizo is worried that Hedwyn is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... what's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the sea dominion. What they all are doing here, you see plain by their ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Good sirs and good ladies, so it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight's brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but with our very honor, and this knight fully intends to proclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you on behalf of the Pyre hearts until the contest. He's a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. Triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the righteous great battles to be won. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. It's time. Ding 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 ding. Combat. Ready to drop the ball into the hoop. Or attribute inflicts much damage against adversaries. Can't use Hedwyn, that's unfortunate. That means I'm gonna probably use Faye then.
Relentless, aren't we, reader?
Hi.
Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Orus. You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look.
Wow, that's mean.
I am, of course, referring to the Pyre hearts.
They're not pitiable. How dare you?
These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy.
Good. I'm happy.
I expect your battle to be glorious.
Wow, there are things down there? Ooh, they got a turquoise flame. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Oars as your adversaries clamber into view. Rookie paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion, or wherever it is you're from? An excellent point. It seems that these adversaries of the rights are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Get rid of them already, Gilman. Is your commanding officer the knight nearby? Commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Do off your helmet, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. The Gilman attends to his commander's mask despite his protest. Wait! This is not his mask! This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage of the north. He's a petty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yes, you can swim or no? Of course we knights can swim, all knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman. Nobody cares. Back to your post. The Gilman hesitates because he is told. This knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he's not afraid of you. Somehow climbs back into his mask and pours up to his small pipe. Now, on guard. The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take a position as you focus on the Book of Rights. They're tiny! Reader, Hedwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us. Bet.
Now, let us get started.
I want to use you.
Faye.
Gramita?
Joe Dariel. Tizo. Ow.
These doesn't seem intimidated in the slightest by Sir Gilman and Sir Deluge. Gilman, stat this report. What's the enemy's position? They stand now ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this knight's eye. But brave, ire-sucking monsters, one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready.
Now begin.
Boom!
To glory laid bare.
No! Damn it.
A deftly thwarted drive. All
Boom!
engulfed in fire.
Oh my god, the passing. Gilman, your bomb is sloppy. Fight them as though your visual life is on the line. Your words do warn me, sire. This thing is very, very best. But perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Seem to be arguing? Oh, I think this is our chance.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks.
Yup.
It is resplendent.
No! God damn it, I tried to switch characters. Damn it.
The orb, take it.
No, I dropped the ball. Oh, no. Damn it.
Your flames grow weak. The pyre on each side burns.
Are you kidding me? No way.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up.
Boom.
Vinted done. The you-know-who prevailed. Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
Wow, the passing on that last one was crazy. They were passing so much.
The right is complete.
Damn. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly. But we still won. We won. I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. Gizo was very pleased I prevailed against the Worm Knights of the Pyre. This knight commends you, noble night wings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman. This is all your fault, and now cavorting with our enemies. How dare you? This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. It is not in accordance with the right to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome. Well, but worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the Blood Bowl. These rites make similar demands of us. Rushing, you can rush again right away. Permanently gains 4 presence based on the aura. The start of the rite, Jodario's Pyre automatically gains 35. That's crazy, but I want this. Nice.
The moon-touched girl has greater understanding.
The 8
than it
scribes,
seems.
they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe. What are your power-up? What do you get? Phase jump and power farther than usual, while sprinting slows nearby adversaries. I don't really care for this, because I don't really cast Aura that often. Let's go with slows nearby adversaries. That seems pretty useful. Oh, he didn't level up? 400 more, damn.
Until the next rite.
Right. She needs a haircut, and that's all. After visiting the Pyre Hearts in a pitched battle, you at last returned to the wagon with your companions. There was little discussion of the Pyre Hearts. You seem to have already swam off toward whatever next the stars directed. Instead, your fellow exiles' attention turns toward your companion who was absent for the rite. I was Hedwyn. The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words for it as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden, and he simply would not listen. I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone says the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. Then, hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should wring that neck of you. As I was going to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about. Despite my having strongly recommended further rest, those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms. They do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Eric, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So, you are back among the living then, Hedwyn. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest for tonight. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon you. Seek out next destination. Trista, the Silver Star. I guess so. Where are we going? That looks cool, but what the fuck? Still further north, then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the Deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. A tempest raging in the Sea of Soulless seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of the Sea Titan, unfathomed Plurns, never has entirely subsided. Can we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll be just another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can, but you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious, isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the Deathless Tempest. But first, goodbye, Lexus. There was something. Oh, Tizo wants to talk. Okay, Tizo. Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea and seems pleased to see you. Tizo was grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Tizo is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind, ever since they killed his family. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps cannot cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. You know what? I'm gonna laugh heartily because I love Tizo. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He snickers back at you and bounces off. He has +1 hope. Let's go. Let's look at his hope then. Yo, let's go. 7.3 seconds before he respawns. I can give you even more hope, but I like that he has this because it's better for him. Who's got the worst hope? You do, right? Yeah, you have the lowest hope, but your speed is so bad that I wanted to do that. You have bad presence. Your stats are actually pretty fair. Not too bad. That's why I give you more damage. You do 23. I give you more speed. I give you more presence. You don't really need more hope. You're pretty good. I'm giving you the fact that if you kill someone, you get money. And you come back faster. That's the advantage. Okay. A visit from my favorite reader. What is the occasion? Ask her what is on her mind. There is an undulation I have sensed, reader, which means I think that your black wagon sails the seas. Am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this or at herself, perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand. My memories of it are wistful, nonetheless. Although, if I remember correctly, the Sea of Souls is a disgusting mockery of the emerald seas near the Empire. The Empire of Sar dominated the known world for millennia to the doomed reign of Solium Mur. Never shall we make the wicked errors of our predecessors, Archjustice and Robles the Fourth. Do be careful out there, will you? Now let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We had best stick to business. That's all I wanted. Until our next appointment. Okay. Onward! The north current towards Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Rookie spotted wreckage in the area and believes it could be valuables to be found. The south current towards storm wall brims with large sea creatures. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. We already did a Tizo one. Let's do a Rookie one. We've done a Tizo mission. Let's see what Rookie has to say. Probably gonna get fucked. That's okay. The remnant of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive deathless tempest rages to the north, not far from your position. You ought to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentail. Oh, relax already, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch, start telling you to come off it now, do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take some time. You may find something to show for it. Yes, why not? You suggest it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage. After coming this far, Rookie grins wide. Knew you to see it my way, chum. Now let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search, sorry, chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Dario fumes at all this, but says nothing. Damn it. Maybe I should have followed Tizo. Excuse me. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it. The very thought of it is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies. Hold, good ladies and good sirs. This knight beseeches you to eat him if you please. What is it now, Worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do, and in turn, this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it, then. Let us be joined. Let this knight join you, please. Do you believe this, Headwind? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor and the rights that stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight, errant of the sea dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Firehearts? They are base cowards. This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our class upon the Hulk of Oars. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Dodario pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwig gives her a look. Are you most certain that Senda would want this thing along? Most certainly, Senda would want someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're going to get. Dodario glowers back at the worm who tries his best to present them. Edwin is more gracious and tells Sir Gilman that he promises to help you cross the deathless tempest and he can come along for now. This knight is overjoyed and he hereby swears to see you past the storm. Though first this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forward. Yes? As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths, yet through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he is going and what he intends to do. He's determined to help you see his mission. Okay. More members for the group, more people to decide to pick and choose. Has an Orator that is behind him. Press snap at the end of the Orator. Or press B. Has an Orator that extends behind him. To snap to the end of the throne and Aura Slash. The rites are an extinct ritual. Yeah, we know that much. How interesting. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwing, Sir Gilman emerges from somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Souls and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, he implores you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that amongst this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. They are highly just. Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Traverse the reef. Huh. Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed plunge, boiling the seas with the wrath. The sea titan, once slain by the scribe undertaking war. Scribe king under King Ors, her brood lies dormant in the sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using the bar passage through the downside's channels for saving. For any save this night's own kind. Be gone now from here, fiends. This night shall finish what under King Ors started. Huh? What do you do now? This far, and also most people in the PJ squad don't like action. I feel like you should know at this point. Come on. Yeah, they kind of like to put these souls for whatever some reason. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight? You're superior. Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this knight checked. Here you hold no sway over this knight. Ah, and what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to bring himself in servitude to you. Why you dare to staunch the tempest for those night wings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. By the heart's banishments in order. You see, Gilman, you shall ever be inferior, even amongst the weakest of our kind. Gilman, where did you go, Gilman? Gilman? But Sir Gilman's banishment serves the perfect ruse for to elude his adversaries and return to his newfound power. Could I have actually succeeded there? I don't know. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deleuze, but that would be a bold-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. We'll meet again. Wait, you lowly traitor, this knight will have your head, Gilman. Could I have won that? Is there a possibility that I could have won that? Could I fuck it up? I don't know if I could have won that. I don't think I saw a way to do it. I guess I didn't really try that hard. Oh wait, she's on camera. She can be on camera. Hold on. Fix the camera. Beds. There we go, we can see her head. That's all you can get, because unfortunately the angle's bad. We need a top-down camera with like a wider lens. Anyways, as the day wears on, there's still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then, hail, this knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. So Gilman is sobbing wet and visibly shaking. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, that little tempest ought no longer pose a threat, for now behold. As if on cue, the deathless tempest begins to simmer and subside. Just like that, huh? Would you look at that? You really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight that collapses and exhausted you and Headwind and pump him up. Deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the night. Huzzah! Oh my god, a little heart eye. Okay. So we look up first. And we're really heading up there, huh? And transition. Deathless Tempest. Whoa, look at this area. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm, I shall give you that. But now what? You're stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Tell me that once more and I shall tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight is wise to side with me. Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We were close to making landfall. Then, let me be the first to say, let's go. You are on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Soulless. Say, Tarek? Aye, Rookie, what is it? That lute you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here and could use a little tune to lighten up the mood. Know what I mean? Aye, then let me see what I can do. That's awesome.
For the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, oh, oh,
Black Basin.
the place where Plurna scuttled her foe, the doomed ship still resides. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsake.
I kinda don't want to talk while he sings, but at last your wagon rumbles on the solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Black glass, searing vapor, and shambling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach destination. He has no presence. It's beautiful. I love that. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. You're 400 away, 500 away, 350 away from getting the first skill. He wants to talk. Sir Gilman's crest, official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, odd sought by Worm Knights. Okay. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards you with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader. This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. Shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. It's such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled the Pyre, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong. Exile who refuses to obey the rules as they are written by the Under King Oz and his 7 fiends deserves neither his honor nor his freedom. 7th of the scribes of the Book of Writings, the persevering of the Sea Journer. The legendary leader of the Worms' undersea crusades sought to reach the end of the abyss. Thusly, does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any unhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness, So please excuse him, Master Reader. He slithers off, makes some sort of chivalrous tune. Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? Nothing. I guess we're done now. Take care of yourself, reader. Oh, you just keep right on ringing that bell, chum. Keep at it. Rookie seems to be taking issue with your frivolous use of the nautical bell. After all, there's no sign of a nautical emergency nor prepared meal. Oh, I know it's not mealtime, it's fine. I'm starting to really enjoy the constant ringing sound, though, now that it doesn't mean anything to me or anyone anymore. Besides, ringing the bell is probably some pretty good exercise, right? And it's good for training my ears, too. You know, because of ultra-sensitive hearing, don't you? Well, not anymore, I don't. Anyway, thanks, I mean that. Storms off. Rudy shall never forgive you for abusing the nautical bell. That's amazing. Rookie reappears laughing heartily. He was only joking. Probably. That's funny. That is so funny. More listen. That's a lot of music. Okay. That's awesome, though. The theme... Is this the song you just sang? It is. This is the song he was singing. That's awesome. That I can just listen to this song whenever I want. Alright. You find that Headwind has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright, everyone. Don't go too far and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back and everyone arrives as planned earlier. Hi, everyone. I'm back. I've come back. Faye returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. News member of the group, Sir Gilmer, returns from the northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish live in the pools or rock nearby. Little Imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you near the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows in the crags may well cover our advance against whoever we watch. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madame, though in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Trista. The stars next right is there. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. The exiles of the High Wing remnants, you may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me for now, and may be able to negotiate safe passage. The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. Okay. The dog is gone, so we can turn that off. Negotiate with them? Then Headwind steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Dodario glows in the skies, everyone else disperses. Locations, use your time well. Do I want to study? You know, I'm gonna forage. I haven't done that yet. Sense something Falcon Ron values here. You sense traces of celestial residue. Black rock or the molten pool. Specialized with the magma can be sold for soul purity. Stardust seems to stick to these dark boulders. I'm gonna go here. Well, chum, had enough scrounging for one day? Usually there isn't much, but you really need to look. But if you never look, you never get, and believe you me, it adds up. Broken glass. Hell yeah. Let's go. Money. Okay. Dario wishes to avoid the hut by staying on low ground. Low road of the necessary that passes through the razor sharp sands. I haven't trusted Jodario in a while. Let's go Jodario's hole for curiosity's sake. I like Jodario. It's cool. The shattered lands of Blackshore proved difficult to traverse with a black wagon. Jodario searches for a solid path forward to the Little Vale. Fire on these blasted lands. How are we to proceed through this? Perhaps I may be of some assistance. This place is not so unfamiliar to me, nor are its hidden denizens. Please remain with the others until I return, madame. I shall not be long. Or too long, I guess he said, right? The minstrel disappears into the cliffs before Jodario can protest. In the meantime, you and she continue to keep watch, sensing unseen eyes. The last time that one disappeared on us, we searched for him for days. But this time he soon returns. I have secured safe passage through the nest of tree stuff. We may proceed. Secured safe passage with whom exactly? Just then, a winged woman dives down from the sky. She looks Jodario up and down in the heaven. She soars away without a word. Her own mistress says nothing more either. Jodario scowled deeply. For centuries, the Commonwealth withstood the high-wing remnants of treacherous assaults, thanks to soldiers such as she. Jodario lost 4 hope for the next fight. Well, she's not coming then. She's gonna respawn in 18 years. At last you arrive at the nested tree stub where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watch your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Slugmart! Oh my gosh, what brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. All I want is to get the best deals on the downside. Any adversary banished by the bearer takes longer to return. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer's pyre is stored up by up to 5. Oh, interesting. This is a healing one. Kind of like that. I still really want this. He's got good hope. I'm gonna do... Still only 3 damage. I have to do it twice to get 4 damage. Put this to 3. I can make his presence bigger if I give him enough stuff. I can get 11 gold. I haven't used that yet though. A better chance to recover. You know what? I'm gonna do it on... There we go. Now he's got a 6 presence. That's pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of the Faith Stone. I'm gonna sell it. I think I need it. It's not that great. Thanks, guys. Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. It was a new page, right? Let's read the ancient scripts. I could read this here, but it's kind of annoying. The hunt for myrrh. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quests, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of myrrh would come and search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them, plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. How many chapters are there? A allotted, which is like one for each scribe, I assume. Alright then. Commence right. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trista, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even just for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. You have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jodario glowers out. Winged warriors from the mountainous outskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I cannot be sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name is Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now. Though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Headwind shows up to intervene with Jodario. No, Headwind, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Headwind. But you have set our course thus far, and I have followed, though do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all of this. Jodario storms off as Headwind turns to him. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we would run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with amused interest. Ah, a reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, but you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives here and now are earnest. Having only met her, you cannot sense whether to trust her and defer to Headwind. You're willing to take Pamitha at her word and see her potential for a valuable new ally. It may be her training that gives her some resistance to your scrutiny. She has booba though. Look at this. Anyways. Admit you do not know. I'm gonna go with this one. This sounds right. You tell Heaven that you cannot adequately judge Pamitha just yet. We have certain reservations. You defer to him on what to do. I understand, my friend, and I appreciate your backup on this one. Above all, I need to give Sandalwood the benefit of the doubt, which means doing the same right now for Pamitha. We've come this far thanks to a certain faith, and right now it's telling me to take her with us, even though Jodario isn't going to like it. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Headwind, will accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why, sure, I love a good condition or two. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble where we're headed. When we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodario, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she's right. She has a score to settle. Well, Jodario has no hope, so I'm not bringing her with me. She'll respawn in 1800 years. Yeah, I noticed. I think I'm gonna bring Ruki for this one. He deals 20 damage now with his ability.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now.
You are a
Yet
bitch.
Here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Triesta.
True.
And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with two.
Yeah,
One
what's
from
up?
the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face.
It's a cool looking
They
area.
are
I like
essence.
the arrows.
Winged terrors, as you soon shall see.
You get a purple fire? I want their
Can
fire
your
color.
longing for freedom match their hatred.
Never mind, I
for
wanted the purple
vibrant
fire.
Country that was once your home.
From a distance, you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing raiments, head toward your adversaries on the right. You, what sort of heathen Harvey would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings of her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. Tamitha's blood sister stares back at her for a while before responding. What in the saints' name are you doing here with them? Faith of the H grabs the Book of Rites, known as the Disciple of the Blessing. The eldest of the Heart Matriarchs, he anointed the Book of Rites and gave it its words in power. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister, I come to have a word with you. David, I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk. You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I come a long way. Silence, you shan't come here, and the time for talk is long since past. Only you could see yourself, again consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Tamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away. Ooh, Tamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this ride on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Milady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not given him as is the tendency of your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate with thee. Sir Gilmore refused to participate in the rite this night so that Tamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Tamitha should be better suited to this rites here than the rest.
Who shall conduct this rite?
I have nothing to give you, unfortunately. Chivalrous. You can have this for now, I guess.
Tamitha.
Why, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. The little boy's going to get the rights for us, and I shall not. Your hope is gone anyway, so I wasn't going to use you. Rookie. Huh? Oh, yeah, you got it, chum. Headwind wasn't in the last one, so I'll bring him.
Headwind.
You can count on me, my friend.
Very well.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How better that we meet here in the downside. I think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm not to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Let me show you what we sisters of the Highway Remnants can do.
Reader,
Hold X to fly until stamina
you
depletes.
put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
See, darling, we harps we're not so bad, and I suppose we'd better work together, huh? Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the sky, sister! Talon formation! Boom! Quick.
Yes.
Oh no! Fuck you, bitch. Woo! No!
Well, now that was exciting.
No! God damn it, your aura just barely hit me. Fuck. No!
Pyre
Tried to hit you,
spotted.
damn it. Rookie, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly. Huh? No, I mean, not really. Anyway, once you ask. Then listen up. My blood sister there shall shoot right past you for careless. But we harp simply cannot get much altitude down. If she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it. Catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Be to block flying adversaries.
Absolution. It seems the Nightwings are a bit ahead.
Oh, shit. Oh, I can't make the jump.
Poor exile.
No, I didn't get her in time.
Contempt.
Oh my god, spawn in! What? I
A
couldn't.
shameful outcome.
I'm trying to like banish her. Why can't I banish you?
Pyre weakens.
What the hell?
Down goes that one.
Ooh!
Pyre sputters.
I can't seem to like. Fuck!
Such chaos.
What? No! Damn it! What? That didn't kill you? Fuck!
There.
Fuck! Bam!
Beauteous.
Nice. Damn you, Pamitha! You are no true Thane. To think you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you've brought upon us. Clan Thane. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familiar status. Look, I know I wronged you, that's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story, if I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. But if you have come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me. You think that you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone stay back.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Too bad, doesn't matter, I still
And
win.
it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Their adversaries must be rather shaken after that.
That was kind of hard, to be honest, because yikes, the blocking in the air.
Is done.
You Commonwealth filth. Only through the traitors' help could you have beaten us. You postponed the coming of your liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. Hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. At least we beat him though, huh? My name is Rookie Greentail, by the way, and I think we're heading back now, so you coming? Sure, I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their
Nice, level up. I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Regain some more stamina after letting him jump and speak more often. Or move and pass the orb more quickly. While bearing the orb, Hedwin and his allies move with and pass the orb more quickly. Hedwin and his allies may instantly return banished after moving to where they fell. Oh my god, yes! 1400. Level up for you for sure. No? Wow, the experience is really low
Until
on
the
that.
stars align.
True. Alright, well. We're leveling up little by little. It's a slow grind. After overcoming the essence rather soundly, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move. Now best to integrate Pamitha into the group. That was the name of their group? I didn't even know that.
Agras temporale.
Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my fresh air so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rice will cause my path and Pamitha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust what we got here. Isn't that right, Ruki? But Ruki does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon's wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go here in Black Basin. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? Okay. Golden Star. Libric. Lenorial. Blue. Arcade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 places we haven't gone to. Do we get to go to those ones? I don't know. Ooh, pretty cherry blossom. Kind of. The Glade of Lu, directly due west, and it is just as my client indicated. The great sap scholar Lu Sklorian here vanquished the root titan Limbless Archrizek. Okay. Give me one second. I'm gonna get a drink. Have a drink. And these headphones are kind of hurting my ears. I'll have to probably cut it out. I'll try to cut it out. Alright. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood, he entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in the Waking Wood Kingdoms. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood, with no picture of him. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where supposed to be a woods. Someone wants to talk. Kept close at hand, and the officers of a good occasion are a very bad one. Her moonshine. Interesting. The drunk.
What did you compra?
You call upon me for some purpose, my reader. I guess when we go forth to show my adversaries what you have learned. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers. But then she speaks up before you can do the thing. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, the lack of confidence which you related to that nice headwind boy. It's understandable you'd not see past this. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert itself into your group and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I've business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to her little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our lives to live. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest. Until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. Simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. Besides, we harvesters have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Alright then. Oh, it's only one path. Cautions that the one path down the cliff is rather treacherous. Wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crag. Its wheel is stuck, Zodario is not free. First, that blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jodario's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing sandalwood doesn't like you keep waiting. He's very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. You and the wagon is prepared to press onward down the jagged slopes toward Waking. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable. Amethyst says he can produce a talisman. Lands on a northern plateau over Wakingwood, pocketed with seething fissures. Lands to the east of Wakingwood, riddled with black crags. Crags are a plateau. Crags are a plateau. I trust plateau more. I don't trust crags. Sir Gilman is relieved of his decision to take the flatter of the two paths down the black crags, though nonetheless seems rather shaken by the steep trip down. This knight mislikes these heights. For shame, Master Reader, you must take this knight for a common craven coward. He buries his head in the soil. When at last you coax him back up, you see that he has an item of some sort. Haha, this knight did have you fooled there, did he not? This means how finding the item was his plan all along. It's pretty good money. How long is this game? Having passed beyond the black crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expected to, however, most puzzling. He ought to have met us. He said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide as always. The rights beckon and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us here. Then let us keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautious that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Needlefield, a small clearing east of the Glade of Lugh. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood studied the rites here. Contains the grandest trees in all of Wakingwood. Once resided here. Resided or studied? Resided means we might find something. Study means we might gain some power. Huh. How come I didn't undiscover what these are? Weird. Do I want the clearing or the grandest tree in all of Wake? I want to see this tree, to be honest. Sandalwood has led a long life compared with any other you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached, there is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading back would appear to match the route you took to this point. Great. The south pass through Wakingwood seems to wish to go towards this location. Faye seems drawn to this location for some reason. Let's go to the burnt road. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocation. The Yonder Crystal seeks Jodario. Oh, really? There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of assistance? Just name the victim and I shall be more than pleased to make him or her suffer a bit. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jodario. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon, Jodario appears in heat of the summer. What is the meaning of this reading? You need to be whipped into shape, girl. Jodario are slow in move, but have huge auras and heavy pyre damage. What is the meaning of this, reader? Where are the others? The apparition of Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths. Though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Oh god, flying enemies! Oh no! God damn it! Fuck! We're gonna lose. What? No! Why do you put flying enemies against me? Are you kidding me? You bitch. Goodbye. This is bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. 3, 2, die. Whoa. No! 4, 3. I'm gonna lose right now. Goodbye. I lose. Okay. No! 4, 3, 2, 1. Respawn, respawn! Damn! Saved it! Oh. Whew. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Xander's discipline. I'm getting achievements left and right. That was almost bad. I almost got obliterated. That was dangerous. Should put ice in my cup. I just realized this water's not gonna stay cold forever. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? Aura, cast your aura farther and faster. I don't really like casting the aura too much, though. Faster is cool, but I don't really care about the rest. Ooh. Sift through the ashes.
It's Salia.
He was here, he was here. I mean, Sandalwood. If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Faye produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first, it seems like nothing of interest. You see a message carved onto the inside. You found a bark strip. It must mean something. Notified. So, it's some kind of message from this Sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderwood? A hushed clearing south of the blue. It is due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone, rest up. Big day coming up. I'm gonna mentor. Let's see. 2250, 2000, 14, 22, 400, 350, 50. 1400 means you're close. If I give you 1000, I'm gonna mentor Tizo because I like Tizo. Tizo will be pleased to go over the finer points of the rites with you. You and Tizo spend some time removing some of the specific aspects of the rites as the properties of the aura, since he gains something from it. No kidding. Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rites and as part of the Nightwings. 1900 level up. Tizo moves faster. When saluting his adversaries, Tizo turns into a fast-moving howler or bat. When saluting, turns into a fast-moving howler. If banished, automatically clashes his implode ability if he does not possess the orb. Oh my god, it just blows up. He doesn't need the speed. I like all of his abilities, to be honest. Tizo has some great abilities, minus this one I feel like is not too important. I mean, he does drop a moonsign, but an improved one. I don't really use it. I just wanted to unlock fast-moving howler. I'm gonna do that. I think that's cool. Is mulling over your latest teachings with keen interest. Your inspiration is 250. Rank 3, rank 4 adept, rank 5 is a master. Okay. Seems good. We were gonna go anyways, huh? We didn't go to the Underthicket, but I guess we'll go here. You have reason to suspect the informant Santa will come through. Sure. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Santa is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area. Nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise he has spotted something or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. You like creature for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. Lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wolfred Sandalwood. It has been too long, Wolfred. Too long indeed, Tarek. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the nightmares. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we'll appreciate your efforts here. My kin, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to grow. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. So what to say, please? Wait, I could just leave? So you're no longer wanted. You have been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. This cannot be happening. You come this far only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. I don't know what the right answer here is. I don't want to say bye, but do I stay silent? Or do I say that I want to stay? I mean, I do want to stay, but I don't know if remaining silent means I'm not going to stay. I'm gonna insist, fuck it. You stand your ground, meeting Wolfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Wolfred, sir, I'm Headwind. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, they are our friend. My friend. They're not disposable. We made them a promise and our freedoms are now intertwined. Wolfred smirks at us. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I hope that you'd have come to grasp this by now. Breathes a sigh. It seems we start off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tarek, Wolfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Wolfred strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. He knows much about the rights. I'm confused, actually. Could I have just ended the game by saying bye? Alexis, you crazy girl. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of Lu, where the stars direct you. Wolfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Page revealed the demon. Oh, hey guys, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise we just opened now. It'll give you a great deal to tell your friends, okay? Oh, hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. I don't really use this, so you can have it. What's for break? I want the dart. This for sure. The bearer's power is extinguished. It is instead restored by once per right. If the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it is instead restored by 5. Total pyre restored stacks with similar effects. This makes it last longer? Like the game would keep going if I failed? I may actually take that. You know what? Give me it. Why not? It'll be funny. This will deal 4. Raise the effectiveness by 2. Oh my god. So it'll make it 4 by default. 4 quickness, 4 presence, 12, 36%. You have no talisman. I didn't mean to do that, but that's unfortunate. I don't really like the contract. I think I gotta sell it. It's not super useful. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the contract. I don't really like it. You can have that. Thanks.
You were lactose, Poppy.
That's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. You give him a deal. Huh. Okay, I have a manuscript read. The demon, Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when I last found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved of little help against the Sisters of the Ark, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. You want to talk, huh? As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then. Tarek, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, what is it? Sir, what is it? This reader, you deem them worthy by your estimation. The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that their achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet they and the others followed. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tarek. And what does little Tizo think of them, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he's happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my kin. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us, Tarek and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Suspicious! Is there anything new in the bay thing? Is there any reason to tap these things a bunch of times? That's it, huh? Commence the rite! You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time. But then you notice one of the trees move, it shuffles toward you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lu's glory, and it would appear the rumors are correct, Nightwings have returned. third of the scribes known as the wise philosopher. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. Sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Look at that hair. Much better. H. Manly, tender stuff at your service. Perhaps you hear me? He's a sycophant who seems certain he will end a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, perhaps loses the chastity. We shall soon stand against you in the rights. For now, I am just whiling away, making small talk. The music, though, is kind of cool. Now then, I have introduced myself. Your turn to my speaking. Then, in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstout is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well, beneath their mask, Jojario stares back at him in silence. Suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why, now how very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but do so at your own peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be any option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe this guy's beginning to show. We'll pitch it again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders up into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. It's got a cool sounding music soundtrack though.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader.
Yes, hi.
And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far.
Well, thank you, thank you.
But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity.
Great
It could be
opportunity.
yours instead.
Yours.
Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
Why don't you roll the R's every time, you fuck? Are superior. I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I couldn't do little to stop them. But you better be aware of them. When Jodario continues to ignore me, he goes upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance when we return onto my proper station in the Commonwealth. Ooh, that's not good for us.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Who do I want to bring in for this fight? I haven't used Gilman much, but I want my front runner. I don't know. There's so many character choices now. I don't know who I want to bring.
Tizo. Sir Gilman. Ruki. It is done.
Let's shut this guy up already. Are you quite ready? Finally, old Nightwings. May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your living countenance. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. I don't like this, to be honest. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr., while he's every bit my equal and is poised to guarantee the tender stout line shall have a bright bronze future. He goes on with this sapling for a while. No longer interested in the Manley Pranon. This night, now as ever, is in full accordance with you on this one good Tizo. Now, isn't he the slowest person you've ever seen? Telling something when it's a man, if he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself. The Nightwings assert themselves thusly.
Oh, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do you be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. I'm really not that concerned.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his comrades and weakness.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if we just stand aside a while, we can put an end to this that much sooner. He's cheating, by the way. He's fucking cheating.
Oh. You'll have to do better than that.
Yeah. Fuck. I tried to blow up and it didn't work.
Not much of a splash that time.
I tried to blow up to kill him and he kinda died. Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here? Was as if the 100 Minds himself presents you being here. Guess I think that's it. So cease with all your screwing about with that damned orb and let me handle this. Stop cheating! He's gonna cheat some more. Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Perhaps I simply had it up to here. Though these encroaching plants, these miserable things. By the way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. You're just mad we're winning. Boom! Get fucked, bitch.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Oh, fuck. No. Fuck.
Oh, you poor Nightwings. Thrust straight into your flames.
Oh, damn it. I was doing well blocking. Goodbye.
And it is done.
Losers.
The Nightwings prevail.
No shit. We're fast as fuck and we can fucking fly.
Adversaries without too much trouble.
Yeah, really. That wasn't that bad. And they tried to throw it every time.
This night's proceedings.
Why were they trying to throw it every time and not just plunge directly in? Because they didn't want to die? Use fire hurting against the Manly and the chassis. Yeah, that's what we do with people. Well, my. Oh, worry not, old Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratched my back, I scratched yours and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta!
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Nice. Nice! Got your level up.
For honor, this
God, great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. What do you have? If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall return instantly. So after Sir Gilman's banished his adversary, one of his banished allies shall return instantly. Oh my god. Yes.
The might of the sea sojourner.
She still hasn't leveled up yet, but we'll get
Until
there.
the next
That was well done, my kid. I'm beginning to understand why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. Fuck you. I don't pass the orb that often, but for the most part, I usually use speed to my advantage as opposed to anything else. After feeling over the chassis and a solid performance, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan, go. Have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Is this night here you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Wolfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave it to you. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. I have a bad feeling about Wolfred. He's scheming. He's scheming something crazy. The Golden Star. Ooh. So now you see for yourself. You are summoned to the north where looms Mountain Alodio at the very top, the fall of Solium. Sacred mountain whose summits the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is in the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. The temple at the highest point in the downside is to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Wolfred, sir, how did you know? Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you.
I can read, my kin.
Oh.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwig. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique, but, as I said, I'll let them do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy, it is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. For that matter, so can I. You'll excuse me. Since your companions are exhausted from their recent travels, given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to eat really quick. We'll continue this in a second. So, okay, we're back, YouTube. It's a weird jump cut. Don't worry. Continue. At dawn, Wolfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Yes, so. Sklorian Shore. Wow, pretty. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodio. You will have to make it all the way to the... In a moment of respite, Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You band it together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? Freedom meant being able to make decisions on your own terms, having a clear conscience and a carefree heart, answering to no one's will other than your own, being able to go where the heart yearns without restriction and without fear, not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed, living without concern for others' judgment or approval. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, to feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all. Inner peace. Freedom means not being forced to respond to such questions. That's not how it's gonna work. I'm gonna go living without fear. You tell Volfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while. Good answer, my kin. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. But if not for fear, I doubt we could accomplish very much in life. And, just now, we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think, or not think. He looks out toward his mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deem to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes that are out there still have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights. Then we meet up on the other side, we organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the spiral sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish, live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rights and are integral to our plan. Remember, if you seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. And he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to come to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagons toward your path. Interesting. A revolt, huh? I'm down. Beyond lies Mount Alodio. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strengths to make the ascent. Beyond our crystal seeks Tizo. Huh. Interesting. Does it? My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? Oh, that can be arranged. You need but name for be the one you have in mind. You ask Sandra to administer one of our special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that name. He certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo soon appears in heat of the summon. Seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. Good for you, Tizo. Glad you're always ready for combat. Imps such as Tizo can banish every representation once their aura returning. Yeah, he's got an AoE, essentially. It's just hard to time it properly for that. Yep. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, imp. You answer to me here. Indicates his understanding is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. You know the formalities, of course. Tell me then what you have learned thus far about the rites. Here in this trial, it shall be just you, my beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let's see how you fare. Oh, God. Fucking bitch. Okay. Oh my God, they're brutal. Fuck you. No! Damn it! 2, 1. No! 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn it! He jumped over me! I tried to blow up! I'm gonna lose. It's hard. Fuck you, you bitch. That was so much harder than the other ones. Especially having failed Sandra's challenge. Come now, imp. This is not meant to be easy even for the likes of you. I would tell you not to waste more of my time, but then my time is there for you to waste. So try again, now or whenever you choose. You can do better. As another opportunity to shame that idiot imp, let us get to work. God damn you. Alright, I gotta be careful about this. Okay. 50 damage isn't that hard to deal, but she deals 20 every time and I deal 15. And there's 3 of them and 1 of me. Okay. Are you fucking for real? Bro! What the fuck? Hey, yo, this is some BS. That didn't kill you? Are you kidding me? Are you? Oh my fucking god. No. 2, 1. I lose again. Are you serious? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Holy fuck, this chick's group is crazy powerful here. You don't need the enlightenment, that's not the issue. The issue is she just gets right by me so easily. I can't even get into her pyre. Are you serious with this nonsense? Mine. No. No. No, that didn't hit you. Are you kidding me? You. Are you? How? No. Fuck you. Fuck off. Come on. Oh. 2, 1. No! Oh, you jumped over me! I jumped! Damn you! Fuck you! No! I'm dead. Goodbye. Fucking hell! God damn you! Tizo doesn't have a way to actually deal with these guys. Three of them versus one of me seems hella BS, by the way. You already killed me in 2 seconds? Oh. You fuck! Fuck you! Three, 2, 1. No! I forgot to grab the ball before teleporting. God damn it. I'm a bitch. No! No! You piece of shit! I shouldn't have done that. No! I jumped! Stop him! I know I can win. I know I can win. I'm trying to banish them. They won't fucking die though. They just jump over me like it's nothing, even though I jump with them. That didn't work. No! Damn it! He ran for 8 years! Are you kidding me? Oh no, you speedy fuck! 1, no! You ran so far! Why can you sprint forever? No! Fuck you. No! No! Fuck you. You didn't die? What a minute, I hit him! What? What was that, like, perfect timing jump to avoid the explosion? What was that pixel perfect bullshit I just saw? Are you kidding me? I hit the wrong button. Hell yeah. Alright. No! Respawn fast enough! I was gonna teleport again and do it again! No! Fucking God! I have to hit him 3 times too. You are actually a bitch. Huh. Are you? What a jump! This man's got bigger hops than Michael Jordan. Two more times. 2 more times, baby. 2 more times. One more. Boom! Oh. There we go. Oh, God. Annoying. A worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. I'm glad I used those little blockades because those kind of helped. Oh, God. How annoying. For you to use 3 of the speedy boosty boo bitches. I can't outrun them. Oh, way to go, Tizo. We did it. Just happy to be back and what is what it is that Sander granted you. Tizo's flutter and zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. Oh my God. Yes. Absolutely. Cost less stamina? Fuck yes. Who doesn't have a thing? You all do. Who do I want to have replenish themselves fast? You. Technically. Who doesn't replenish fast? 9 seconds. I win, motherfucker.
Huh.
And you wanted to talk to me, I remember that. There you are, my king. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Wolfred stares at you rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then... You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we... we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this, I sense, is nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet. Your friends, that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tarek, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when we first met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Wolford breaks free from you and looks at you again, then he speaks to you as normal.
Saste.
It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return. That is what you had in mind. Once again, I invite you to depart, and we will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? That's funny. I'll just go out. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than you're free to do so. I admire that, my kid. You've been very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around, and we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then, he strides out of the wagon, then leaving you with your thought. Discuss the plan. Earlier, Wolford called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one or not at all. I swore that we go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwin, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. Oh, fuck. Alright, I fixed it. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to go. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodio, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if they did not merely skim that chapter of the book. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate, the judgment of the scribes who determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium, one of the downside celestial landmarks, and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Templars. A mighty triumvirate has been close rival of the night, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from respective ranks. Then once one of the triumvirates prevails, there's somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from our downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays. For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be a step along a path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength, we'll talk again on our way up. Wolford leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Alodio. Study in private. Mentor companion. I'm gonna mentor. 2250, 2900, 2250, 1150, 1150. I'll put her in the right, I think. In the next one. She can gain a level up. I'm gonna do... Yeah, sure, why not? This knight shall be your eager protege. Sir Gilman gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how better to pass the celestial orb through strengths of will and trust in one's Triumvirate, then through dexterity alone. He nods understanding. When this knight grasps the orb, his instincts then take hold, spurring him to greater feats of glory. So, okay. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, look at that. Here before you lies Mount Elodio, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Wolfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. There's only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions? Why us? Why you indeed, madame? Then that I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the right. What is it that they want, you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little ears and eyes throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound, took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends can be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest, so then why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Oh my god, Sasibakas? Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself and keep listening. Now let's go with what's important. Wolfred's explanations are a lot to take in, but you feel compelled to absorb as much as he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodaria raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation? On a bloodied moon at the fall of Solheim, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the shimmer pool returning glory. Ah, I see. Well, that is simple, really, madame. You were chosen. You were qualified, I should say. Because, as the expression goes, it is what the scribes ordained. Though, in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals move on or passed out. You've met them as they are today. The accusers, the withdrawn, and so forth and so on. The Eight scribes also formed a special group, against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others, erstwhile, jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? And you would deny yourselves a chance of freedom and deny it also to your adversary. Victory means nothing in a common right. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madame. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. They murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfert takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. Emperor's Ascent, a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodio. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Okay. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodio, nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. Expects, but isn't certain of it. I'm gonna go here. Because I don't want an expectation. I want a fact that you'll find something. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodio, along with thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Faye has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Tizo seems not to share Faye's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look, Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Faye rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome, that we're welcome here. Faye runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. Oh, hell yeah. Hedwyn expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. First of 2 paths leading to the mountain's summit. Second of 2 paths leading to the mountain's summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. I want to see the view, if that's a thing that I can actually get to experience. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for some time as he conducts the customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say, no sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling you. Oh, it's just... I've been giving lots of thoughts to everything that Voldrip's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and... when the time comes, we want you to decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might be all a part of Wolfman's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Wolfman has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. Won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rights and be stuck down here together just like this. The 2 of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better. Just we're prepared for the next rite. Oh, hell yeah! 1900. I guess it's worth playing this game a second time to use the opposite path I took the first time. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls into the archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment. We may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onwards, Herod. Please follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, then appears before you. You eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Telly? It is. Greetings, Celeste. Gate guard. She watches over Scribe's Gates. How was your rest? Too long, Celeste. Means your work is piled up in the meantime. You bring this maid to the gate? Aye. And let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances with quick reply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions, in my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward, the lone minstrel prompts retreats to the next?
You my sister?
I am regarded by the name Rookie Greentip. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodario. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking. Uh-oh, my name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me? It must be them, because if not, then who? Cizo seems to live up to the Nightwings' legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain. Hameth the Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Wolfbridge steps forward, the one caught Celeste with her voice. You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here as the others. My name is Wolfbridge Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we might all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. It's Mordecai de la Chienne. And Ficac la Chienne. State who you are to the scribes. When they learned who you knew the old ways, they came for you and you could not run far. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you to the downside nonetheless. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the High Wing remnants afflicted you since birth. Crippled scholar, old Farham, or war. I'm gonna go crippled scholar. You have always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge was dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. One called Celeste gets used to examine you to add to your response. You wish to return to the Commonwealth to live out your days there doing as you please. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. The Commonwealth will cast you down and cannot be forgiven. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. True freedom, help your friends. I'm going to say help my friends. The companions you have met here who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for. One regards you for a time that nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. And Tarek, Isolus, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back. Top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Mercy Stone. Hey guys, so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? I got here because I got the lowest price in all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there, an awful lot. Raises it by 1, by 2, by 3. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. You can have this, I don't really want it. By 2, by 3. Oh, nice. That's one of the scrap stuff fingers there. Fingers there, huh? One dab of those little guys, and you'll be like, ooh, know what I mean? Pretty popular, but I got my connections, and they got their connections, and they got their connections. And they got plenty more of them. So come and see me and Dad here later on. We ought to have one back in stock. Here, bud. I'm keeping it for a reason. Would make it 4. If I do 3 though, would it make it still make it 4? Can I make her swift this 10? I can. 4 presents. 12% faster than usual. Can I upgrade this? 45%? What if I do 3? 50%? Yes. Are you kidding me? But 5 is fine. 5 is okay. 33% chance. Or 36%. Deals bonus damage of 4. Making it 11 didn't change. I want to give her more speed. I'm gonna give her more speed. Nice. She's so fast now. You'll have 4 presents bonus. 11, 55, still 5, still 33. I'll give you more presents. Drag to a talisman pocket to activate. Drag to talisman pocket to activate usable ones. I don't really want to reset anybody, so I'll just keep it for later.
Compose your power, mais.
Come see us again, guys. There's no way the game's over just now. Look at how many pages I have to read in this book. The mercy shown. The imp Haub and I, we helped to save my emperor. And when the danger did subside, my emperor Soli Mur, he said something to me, which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw it in what I did." Interesting. Jodario, what's up? Jodario appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she's already in her raiment. Edwin soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I'm certain that it is. They share a laugh. 3 of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. 2, if Wolfbert is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his own freedom. Hey, what I missed? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Ruki. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fair your struggles with your mask. Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there. Good measure. So, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here. Soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. There we go.
Even?
If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, it's been bugging me a while now. Thought we were all getting out of here at once. She shoots looking. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Edwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us. The 4 of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. We've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back to. What, you think you're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? You're going to build a bridge? I don't know what it's going to take, I just know we have to try. So Dario turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Edwin's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits. Vital step in your quest for freedom. But you feel in your heart that it shall only be the one. Your 3 companions each gain +1 hope. Oh, so they're the most powerful, huh? 25, 12, and 28. God, do I really put them in? Do I stick with the OG3? I think I do. I think I do play with the OG3.
Before the sentence.
Everyone prepared. Yes, though several of us have another questions before troubling us. You need but ask. He said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the right this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwin, my boy, don't you see the path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same? You tend to stray from the path? No, and you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It's as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they are. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. I wonder if I should let one of the other people go free and not the OG3 and keep them around to do it again. Maybe send Faye on her way. Are there 8 of us in the group to send out? There are 8 scribes, right? The music is kind of heavy.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader.
Thank you.
But only if you can prevail in this liberation right.
Bet.
Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Templars. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur, the pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Templars, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am, right? But look at what we got here. Damn, the Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again. Takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates to Dario. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damn robes. Dario's hesitation almost imperceptible before she moves to move her mask and adversary asks. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Enough talk. I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys, we're gonna have a spot on. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I'd rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now come on. Throws his mask back on, or his allies, and starts pressing nervous. Okay. Have the Nightwings reach a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this right. The lone mist will get your attention in subtle ways. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other 2 of the shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the righteous ones will go free. Not all among you agree. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves
Preparations.
their
Choose
freedom?
who would be free. These are the 3 that are available to leave. Unworthy, unworthy, unworthy. Then I'm gonna send Tizo to be free. She's just below. Wait. Oh, is it because she's only rank? Rank 3, rank 3, rank 3, rank 3, rank 3, rank 2, rank 1. Wait, why is she not eligible to be enlightened? Unworthy? How is that determined? I have to go with the OG3 for this fight. I have to.
Hedwin,
If you insist. Then the gate guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well, then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the 6 of the season of racial rights. If the Nightwing prevails, the one called Headwind the Deserter shall be liberated. If the Templars prevail, the exiled Ignaria shall go free instead. Now, whom amongst us shall complete your time for to strive alongside Headwind the Deserter to see his glory and return?
Who shall stand with him? Jodariel.
Very well, let's prevail here and see this through. Has to be the OG3.
Ruki.
Sure, no pressure, right, chum? Has to be the OG3. Very well, the 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. Then indicates the lone mystery. Now you yourself prepare Terra. Aye, Celeste. And let us all begin. Nightwing's been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. You think I won't?
Commence.
Uh, 130? Jesus. Oh no, I dropped it. Boom! Oh! Hell, you good-for-nothing Nightwings. Skip out on us for years and years and show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once, but now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it, I used to be the best. At least, at this at least, but now the pressure's getting to me. I mean, it's getting to me. Moira, I thought you'd recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings, let's see you keep this up. Oh, you caught me. Oh. Damn it.
There it is, at last. The
tried.
Wings proved their worth.
Home free.
As for their adversaries, they did not.
I tried to get her to do it. I wanted her to finish it, but that's okay.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Good. What a joke. You should have had this. You didn't even damage me. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Nightwings be seeing you run, I guess, and next time you ain't gonna be so lucky. Are you sure about that? We were pretty good. We did it. Then, I guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to them, that we would all go free together. Peter, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Vikani, wait for me, wait for me. Oh, she's cute. He remained silent for a moment longer then. Listen to me, all of you, I will not forget this. If there's anything at all I can do back on the other side to help the rest of you, then I'm going to find it and I'm going to do it. At the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come to join me back at home, that it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you. I won't forget this. And he plunged out of sight into the shimmer pool, his voice inaudible but growing faint. It's happened. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye until we see each other. Hedwyn earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Hedwyn. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the
My options
cycle
were
of
very
months
limited there, so you know.
may soon commence again.
I could have gotten rid of Tizo, but you didn't level up from that?
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. After your victory over the Templars and the Liberation Rite, you returned to your wagon and decided to proceed from there. Going to miss that guy. It is quieter now, but we'll see Hedwyn again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. Hey, what about the stars? They don't seem to wait around for us. About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Alodia was much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Hedwyn as you look toward the heavens. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? And from a suspicion, as the book foretells, this is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready, mark my words. Interesting. What is this? River frost, so cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. Liberated. Sleeping it off. Debating with Jodario. Considering new insults. What? Off on his own. Picking at her food. Soliciting practice partners. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea how long I've been imprisoned here? Why not? You guess that Senna could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, there was no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least, it is possible I have lost track. Although, given my state, I can assure you that I have ample time to verify my arithmetic. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let's get back to business. There is no business. I've done nothing. I shall be here if you need me. Alright, what do you want to talk about, Wolfred? What's up? Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Wolfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my king. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though, I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all this. Not just me, but really all of us, who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is, admittedly, a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. Spark of Revolution. Probability says 28%. That's kind of low, my guy. Can we up that to like 57? I was just thinking how well Headwind served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I, we were unsure of him at first. A common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rites. But, in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot. Someone like him, sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home, those qualities spoke volumes. Then he falls silent. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the one he sought. I don't know if his lover's gonna want him back, though, but we'll see. You and Volfred speak little more of Headwind for now. You are left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. I guess that's fair. Onward, I suppose. Good morning, my kin. The place I noted earlier, let me illuminate the way. Ooh, fancy, sexy. Let's go. Volfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Items and equipment? Huh. You again? Why are we still talking? What's up? What do you want? You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. I'm curious about this one, more than anything. You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Volfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner as I understand quite like how Headwind and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Arisha and another known as Orlech. Former exile of the Nightwings connected right alongside Volfred and Orlech. They look cool, alright. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. Ain't no kidding. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Arisa. We lost Orlek. He was my friend. He fell from Mount Alodiel. We lost him as well. On the night when he was to be free, we were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my kin. How do you know the minstrel? You ask Volfred about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tarek was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen, although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak on it, though it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first introduced me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? You ask Volfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my kin. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history or one's exile. Nonetheless, I'm happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, after scribes, I'm guessing, the Commonwealth was under siege from within as anti-theocratic propaganda could be spread. took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable war against the High-Wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine, under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stemming press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here, in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else? You thank Volford for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. So yours are not applicable. I guess because you weren't set, you live here. Astral sign, I wonder what that's about. Talon, Worm Knight, Drive Imp, Moon Touch, Trafficker, better. And then Demon, Cur, Savage, Imp, Worm, Harp. Okay, I guess. Bide your time. Sure. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. Smuggled supplies and purchases. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. It's impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land beside you. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass, and one evening, may I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites has been your leaning through your stay at his abode. Begging your pardon, but there's something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader. The stars shine like you've never seen. Once more, the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. New chapter, huh? We might save this for the next part, but I wanted to say Haub, Yormir, Trista. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. You may choose from several different rites. Sir Deluge is already on his way. Dalbert is already on his way. Barker is already on his way. Do I want to go Haub, Yomir, or Trista? I kind of like Barker. Let's go Barker. And see where that leads us. The stars urge that we go to the spring of Yomir, a long way off. Beaufort, sir, how are we to reach the spring of Yomir in due course of time? You know full well, Tyrion, preparations are complete. I think you see the lone minstrel smile ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find there ought be fewer rites this time until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Hall. Exactly how many is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before. So let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, Peter. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads through the group. Alright. It's saved. I think that's a good stopping point for this part. We beat the first chapter in the book, and I think that's good enough. So YouTube, if you're watching this, thanks for watching chapter 1. Stick around for chapter 2. And like, comment, subscribe. Come hang out on Twitch. It's fun over here. And I will see you in the next video. Adios, muchachos.